Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite sporadic comedy book club podcast, That Pretentious Book Club. That over there is one of your hosts, Dr. Spoons Palermo, aka Kendall Shaw, and then the other beautiful, gorgeous one, the blonde over there. Oh, we've got like all the hair colors today. Very nice for us. We're like a really bad
Oh,
misogynistic joke. Um,
we're like the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, we're like the Powerpuff Girls. So Bubbles over there is Gino, aka Marissa Yoki, our mysterious dweller from a land I'm not allowed to
Mystery.
mention. And I am Ash O'Rourke, but you can call me Wheezy. And yes, I did almost forget my own name.
A man called my hair brown the other day, and I'm still not over it.
Is that like
Ah,
deeply insulting as a blonde?
yes. I was
You're like,
doing some background stuff, and so he was like putting in information for my driver's license and everything, and he's like, eyes green. He looks over at me. He was like, hair brown, and I was like, blonde. It's
Blonde.
blonde. And he was like, I won't argue. I was like, you better not.
Wow.
clearly blonde. I would be
It is
mad
clearly
too.
blonde. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. That feels like a man thing. Fun here. I'll kick off. How has everyone's week's been? I'll kick it off because I have a giant man baby laying in the bed next to me. He has the flu, so I will give him that. He is in
Oh
sincere, genuine pain. The flu is
no.
horrible. He's had a
Oh
fever for two
no.
days. He feels awful. Everything aches. But also, he keeps completely unsarcastically saying, and I mean it when I say not sarcastic. He's being serious about this. He's going, I feel death coming for me. This is it. I feel death coming for me. And that's the part where I'm like, you had all of my sympathy until then.
Until right now. Okay, you blew it.
Yeah. But poor dude, he's really feeling horrible. He
Oh
was like, I
no.
forgot you have to record. What if I have to sneeze? And I'm like, then sneeze, my guy. Like, I'll cut it
It'll
out.
be
It's fine.
fine.
If
I
you're
mean, we've
sick.
had babies crying, dogs
Yeah.
barking, cats
Yeah,
meowing.
I think
They're
my
used to it by
ill
now.
husband, exactly. Him sneezing is not going to be a deal breaker for our listeners. Oh, that said, listeners, if you don't want to hear our nonsense, you're a strange and unpredictable creature, but you can use the skip notes in the show description. You just want to hear about today's book.
Yes.
Yes.
Ta-ta.
Um,
What else?
Spoons. How has your
well,
weeks been?
I'm good. I don't know if we've updated on the puppy situation, but I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Have I?
But
Did I
okay,
tell
so
people
some
about the puppies?
puppies.
I don't think you told people about the puppies at all. I think it's
Do you
Did I
want to
not
tell the
tell anyone
puppies
about the
first, Ash?
puppies? Well, I guess
Because
I can do background on the puppies. This is
yeah,
like puppy bio time. So, what was it like a month ago now? Something like that.
yeah.
Some a-hole abandoned three really young puppies outside of our gate or outside of our fence. And at first we were like, maybe they just wandered away, they were lost, and so I was like, I'm gonna be Ice Queen because I keep like admitting to it and bringing it up and confessing because I still feel so guilty that I almost just left them there. Because you have to understand before you're like, Ash is as horrible of a person as we thought.
Oh,
Listen,
come
there are
on.
so many stray dogs out here. Like it's insane. If you live in a rural area in any state, I'm convinced that you know what I'm talking about. And so usually when there's puppies wandering around, I'm like, leave them. Like they belong to someone. It's just that their
Yeah.
owners just let them roam. That's just what happens. And then either the mom dog will come get them or they'll just wander home. It's what always happens. So when my mother-in-law told me there's three puppies outside the fence at like 9 a.m., I was like, okay, leave them. They'll go home. Like we're not going to get involved here. That's crazy. And then later at like
There are a lot of
4:30,
dogs around your neighborhood,
it's
like
awful.
constantly.
It's very insane. We've had to call animal control a few times just from like packs of dogs. Like one chased me to our gate when I was pregnant, and I was like, "This is it. I've had it." I was very
Whoa.
pregnant. You recall, running was hard. Walking was very difficult, actually. It was very large. Anyways, flashbacks to that time. Wow.
well, you
Um,
only had a 9 pound baby,
I
so
only had a 9 pound baby, not a big deal. And who was, God, how many inches long? The length is even more shocking than the weight. The length is like record breaking with that kid. Anyways,
30 inches
so
long.
yeah, basically, and I'm like, 5 foot 2.5 inches. So just there's not a lot of room for a really long baby.
Are you really that
Anyways,
short?
I will have you know sometimes the doctors say that I'm 5'3", But mostly they
I
say
am
I'm five foot
shocked.
two, and so I just say
I
5'2.5".
I never like perceive you as that short, and I'm around you like a lot. And I'm like, that's so
She has a
weird.
tall personality.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
I do
do.
take up a lot of space in the room.
Yeah,
I think hobby thinks I take up
good
the
for
oxygen.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. I also do wear heels a lot. Like if I have the
That's
chance to
true.
wear heels, I do because I love to wear them and I don't usually get to. But anyways, puppies outside the fence. I wasn't going to get
Oh,
involved.
right.
We came back at 4:30 p.m. So much later in the day and they were still there. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go check. They were way younger than I thought they were. I felt horrible. I would not have left them outside in the cold all day had I known how young they were. And they were in the exact same spot, like piled on top of each other. So we scooped them up and brought them in. And as soon as we did, our dogs that had been barking at the fence since about 4:30 in the morning, which makes me think that that's when they got dropped off there, finally left the fence, including Winchester, our big sweet guard dog who scared the crap out of our delivery driver today. I was like, Lo siento, he's nice. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. He's nice. And she was just like, and like pointed and like did like he's so tall. And I was like, I know, I'm sorry. Anyways, that
You're
was
like,
a
no, he's really
divergence.
nice. I
It's really sweet. He scared her so bad. She like full body shook, and I was like, I'm
Oh
so
no,
so
poor
sorry. He
thing.
kind of like just
That's
ambled
so
up and snuck up on her on accident. Was like, "What you doing there?" And yeah. Anyways, D divergence. The dogs are just all crazy. But anyway, so we brought the puppies inside, and Winnie finally left the fence where he'd been barking at them since early morning. And then the neighbor dogs rushed to that spot because I guess they've been like waiting all day for their chance to get at the puppies, but they're scared of Winchester. So I
Go,
like to
Winnie.
think that I know, right? Great job, Winnie. I don't know that it was on purpose, but he did. I think he did save the puppies.
He
Uh,
did.
yeah. And so then we were like, well. Now we have three puppies. Awesome. And I cleared out my child's playpen and moved it into the living room and put a bunch of towels down and then proceeded to try and find homes for these precious little puppies who we called Big Guy, Middle Child, and the Runt because I was trying not to get attached to them. Middle Child did quickly become Wild Child and actually just talked to the person who adopted him today. And she was like, yeah, he's gotten really nippy. He like chases the kids around like nipping at their heels. And I was like, I'm not
Yep.
shocked. Yeah. But anyways, now I will pass the baton on to Spoons.
Oh yes. Well, my parents ended up adopting the little runt, and
The
he,
last one to go. Nobody wanted
yes.
him.
And I
Oh,
knew because I went and visited them like the next day, and I was like, this one, my parents would love him. And so they did, and they surprised me actually. They went and like got him from you and then texted me a picture. And I was like,
yeah.
what? Because
They
they
were
were like, we're not going to
outside
take a
for like
single.
30 minutes. They were like, okay, bye. And I was like, bye. And then they were outside our house for like 30 minutes taking pictures. And then when you sent me what they sent you, I was like, that's what they were taking pictures to send to Kendall.
Yeah, it was so cute. But his name is now Gus. And
Oh, I love it.
yeah,
Gus.
after the Lonesome Dove character.
Of course.
And so he is very, very cute. He is also very nippy now. Like he totally was like so calm and like baby
Yeah.
when I first met him because I think he was in shock. And now
Yeah.
he's like so hyper and like excited all the time, and it's so so cute. I love him. But I was so
Oh.
excited on Friday. I went and like saw them, or the other day I went and saw them, and I hadn't seen him in like over a week. So I was kind of like, he might not remember me. And as soon as I opened the door, he freaked out and he came,
Oh,
he like ran over to me, and I was like,
big sister.
it was so cute. He's so adorable.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
So puppy life has been so good. I mean, he doesn't live with me, but I go and visit him sometimes, and I
You
get
get
lots
the
of
best
pictures.
parts
So
of it. That's awesome.
I do. I do. I'm like the fun aunt.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
I
just
much
get to
Oh,
like
prefer
see
I much
him for
prefer being a puppy aunt than a
a
yeah.
puppy
puppy
owner.
owner.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was a big
Yeah.
part of me. People kept being like, "Are you gonna keep one? Are you gonna keep one?" And I was like, no. Are you gonna keep one? No. And then they were like, "What if two get adopted? Are you gonna take the last one to a shelter?" And I was like, "No, okay, we're not monsters, but we do not want another puppy right now. We are full up on animals in a house that's falling
You,
apart.
yeah, you have Noah's Ark
You're
over there. You,
full up
Yeah,
on everything.
full up on
yeah.
everything, every space. So it was a huge blessing that your parents took him. I kind of knew they would when your mom texted me and said, well, I guess we're probably going to end up getting him because Darren already named him. And I was like, they'll be here
That'll do
tomorrow.
it.
And then
Yep.
they were.
Lo and behold.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, the other puppies have really come into their own. Well, okay, middle child is exactly, it sounds like exactly the same as he was here. He was always the crazy one. That's why wild child. But big guy, the biggest one, and then little Runty were both a little more withdrawn. Like Runty was like, I'm just a sweet, submissive baby. Just hold me. And then big guy was like, I'm a big, tough guy. I'm gonna protect my brothers. And he was like a little more standoffish.
He was so
And then
cute.
I saw him today. My brother adopted him, and he was like acting like middle child. He was just like happy, hyper, like licking all over them. And I was like, these puppies all really found the homes that they needed. I'm so
Oh,
glad.
I'm so happy. I mean, they
So
lucked
sweet.
out, honestly, getting dropped off at your house. Like,
People
you
have
were
said
like,
that. I was like,
I will.
they almost didn't. I was almost such an awful person.
No, you would not have left them out there. You,
If I hadn't realized
That
how
would-
young they were,
well, you
You
went and
just
checked
go
on
out and find
them.
puppy corpses.
Oh,
that so
God.
easily could have happened. If I hadn't been
No,
like,
that was
I'm just
not a
gonna go look if they're still there.
I
And that's what I get for like the one time I'm like, I'm just gonna be ice queen about this. We can't get involved with any more animals.
like
You did
to
everything right.
I like to
Thank
play
you.
this game, but that's not a game where I ask people to get to know them. If you saw a trash bag on the side of the road, what's in it? Because everyone has one of three answers, puppies being one of them. So
I,
I'm always, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, what
I
would you
literally
say?
stopped today, drove back around, opened up a trash bag on the side of the road because I was worried there were puppies in
Yeah.
it today.
Really? I
Yes,
always
because
think
I have
body.
like
Always
Yeah,
body.
that's it's puppies, body, or trash. And I think body too.
Who thinks trash? What kind of psycho
Whoa.
looks at a trash bag and thinks there's probably trash in that?
It's probably just trash in there. Very uncreative.
Yeah, obviously.
They're not
You can
spiraling in their
watch
mind
true
at
crime.
all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Well, is there anything else that you want to share aside from Gus?
I'm good. I'm good. Yep, I don't know. Oh, the third Emily Wilde book. I've been reading it.
I added it
So
to my
excellent.
Audible wish list because I now use Audible. I gave in. So
I wish that I didn't use Audible because I feel bad about it because I should be borrowing from the library, but sometimes the library wait is too long, so I just have to have it.
Oh, I had like 4 different library apps. The wait is insane. Like it's
Yeah.
insane. I was like, I can't. No.
I've managed to almost everything library app. So I just have a better library system than y'all, I guess.
You're like, it's like 30 below freezing.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
actually we're in the negative freedom units again up here. So
Negative
Yep.
freedom units.
yeah, because
That's amazing. Take that, England.
it's not Celsius, so it's
That
freedom
is
units.
hilarious. Oh, Javi's gonna
It
love
was so
that.
cold today here. We
Yeah.
were it was like it's like feels like 5 degrees. And that is very cold for Central
For us,
Texas.
it's incredible. And that's when Ruby and Winchester decided to run away. So I was out
Oh
there
my
in just
God.
a sweatshirt in what feels like 5 degrees, chasing them down, and it was
Terrible.
awful, and I
I
hated
would have
it.
been like, goodbye, y'all are done.
I did.
It's
I
over.
gave them like a good like 20 minutes, and then I was like, screw it. I'm going inside. They'll come back or they won't. And then they ran back, and I was like, God, you guys suck so bad.
Oh my
And
God.
then Winnie scared the poor delivery driver.
Winnie.
He is in heaven in what feels like 5 degrees with his big fluffy coat. He
I'm sure.
sleeps like on his back with his legs splayed open on the porch. Like he doesn't care. He loves it. He's so happy. Anyways, Gino of our mystery origin, tell us about
Mystery.
your weeks. I don't remember how long it's been.
I have a job again for the moment.
Oh,
And
boo.
it was just a horrible decision,
Well,
especially
never
in
get
the
a
fact
job.
that Phil
Mm-mm.
told me so many times, he's like, you don't have to go back to work if you don't want to. And I was like, okay, I'm
And
gonna
you
do
still
that.
did?
And then And I'm like, oh, that's a horrible decision.
Oh my
Oh, you're kidding
Um,
gosh.
me.
You were offered the dream.
I know.
You were like, I choose misery. I think I missed the pain.
I think I
Exactly.
want
I
to be
just
busy
hate
all the
myself.
time.
Um, I am going to New York this weekend to take my exam. So I've been racking my brain with New
Exciting.
York facts.
New York
And
fact.
yeah, like I said, I had all these things that I was like, oh, I should talk about this and tell them this, whether it was on record or off record. And then immediately when your face pops up, I forget everything but your beauty. So
I
that,
feel the same way. For a long time. I feel like for like the first like 3 or 4 like times we tried to like test video call, it would be exactly that scenario, but like you had issues with your camera and it was always flipped upside down. So when you would open the computer, it'd just be like, your boobs.
boobs.
And I would be like, oh my God, I'm stunned into
Oh,
silence. I have no idea what I was going to tell her.
I, whew, is it hot
Woo!
in here?
We
That's so
we tore apart. We're back to working on the house because like we took a break over the holidays since it
Mhm.
was livable, like I have a kitchen and stuff, but we tore apart the half bath and that has to get put back together within the next 2 weeks. So that'll be fun.
Ooh,
Whoa.
so fun.
Yeah.
I found a new leak in my house. I was just
Oh.
sitting there innocently, TMI, but on the toilet, and all of a sudden rain fell through the ceiling onto my head. And I was
Oh,
like,
Oh no.
well, this sucks.
Oh my God.
Yep. And then
You're
I texted our
kidding.
contractor. I was like, hey, so any news on the permits?
That's crazy.
She's like, nope. I'm like, okay.
no.
I cannot
As
wait for
in,
your new house.
dude,
I
it's gonna
keep
be
thinking
so
about it.
good. And you
It's
guys
gonna
can
be
like come over and it'll
amazing.
be like comfortable. I'm like at the point where I've never been like super precious about everything has to be perfect for people to come over, but I want people to feel comfortable. We are at the point where like we don't even feel comfortable. Like I can't invite anyone over because it's awful.
It's
Ugh.
gonna be so exciting. You're
It's
just
gonna
gonna
be
like have
great.
so much space and it's gonna be like brand new and
It's gonna be
it's gonna
so
be awesome.
nice. I can't wait. Anyways, I interrupted your weeks, your time, your going back to
No, that's
work
fine. I don't,
explanation.
like I said, I don't remember anything else. I am like 98% done with my yoga certification too. So I just have to
Woohoo!
turn in my final assignments and then I'll be done.
There's a little teaser if you guys are
Mm.
coming to the writing retreat. We might just do
Yeah.
some yoga.
Yeah.
Or I'll do
That'll
something
be
that
so
is
great.
akin to yoga while the rest of you do yoga.
Just on the side. You're doing great, guys. Woo!
One of the first like vacations Phil and I went on together, we were in Mexico on the beach and I was like, I'm gonna do my yoga. And he was like, I'll join you. And I was like, okay, do you do yoga? Because like I didn't know him super well at the time.
hmm
And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, we're gonna do this. So, do this. And now you stay here and I'm gonna do the more advanced thing because I was doing it like daily at that point. And he did not listen to me and kept trying to do the more advanced thing. And he pulled so
Ooh,
many butt muscles that he was like limping the last 2 days we were there and got
that
No.
is
home and was
so
like, oh my
funny.
God, so now he always tells everyone like, yeah, she broke me when we did yoga. And I was like, no, you did not listen to me. I said, don't do what I'm
You're like, I'm a
doing.
good instructor. You are a bad student.
I said, do not
Like this
do
isn't
what I
your
am
fault.
doing.
Oh, that's so funny. Right, you remember, so before the Mermaid Freedive retreat, which is where Gino and I met, they had said that one of the things we might be doing was like, what do you call it? Like the couples yoga thing?
Acro yoga is
Acro
what it
yoga,
is.
where basically your yoga partner like holds you up in the air and you do crazy stuff and yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like, here's the thing, Javi, I can't look like the only idiot who's never done this before.
Oh
So
my gosh, you guys practiced.
so yeah, I made Javi practice with me. And he was like, I hate this a lot. I was like, that's right, let's do it again. Somewhere I have videos of it, but we got like a couple of them down. Some of them were just like so bad. I was like, I feel like I understood the concept enough now.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Shall we talk about our drink real quick and then our
Yes, let's talk
author?
about
Yeah.
the drink that Gino reliably did, and we will share with you guys on social media.
Yeah.
And I did not, and nor did Spoons, but cheers to Spoons. I think we're both drinking wine.
Cheers.
out of a mug, but it's
Okay,
okay. Well,
so
both of you guys out of mugs. It hurts me. It really hurts me, but it's okay.
well, to be fair, there's actually not alcohol in this one. It is actually called the Cinderella, like it's an actual cocktail called the Cinderella or mocktail. It is pineapple juice, orange juice, lemon juice, grenadine. What?
Of
Um,
course.
Who would have ever thought?
Grenadine in a Gino drink? She doesn't even like grenadine, does she?
Crazy.
and soda water, and then I put some cherries on this actual cocktail skewer that,
Instead of a toothpick.
yeah, it's a little fish
Nice.
on the end.
Yeah.
So, and it's good. It's fruity. It's fun. I thought about putting rum in it, but
Ooh.
and I have rum right there looking at me, but I was like, I'm gonna drink it like this first, and then maybe.
Gino, you know you
Uh,
want me. Just a little sip. I think
We'll
that's
see.
the voice of your
We'll see
rum.
how downhill the podcast goes, and you'll see me just like,
You're like 1 second, I'll be back.
But like the fourth time that I remember like the main like that I forget the main character's name, you'll be like, I need a shot right
The main
now.
character's name that's on the cover of the book.
Which is also
it's
And
your
my
name.
name.
It's your name. Which did become confusing at some points when texting about this.
Yes,
Like,
logistically it was a
what about
nightmare.
Ash and then Ash?
So when are we doing Ash? When are we what?
I
Are we
mean,
doing what?
You're like,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, I was not aware.
I was like, I know that this is a lesbo book, but like you got
do you guys hate Ash as much as I hate Ash?
oh, probably not. I don't
Oh
know. I
my
hate Ash a
God.
lot. Oh, you mean the book?
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. No, I didn't actually that time. No, I wasn't.
So good. This,
All
yeah,
right.
logistically it was fun. Yeah, so
It's
that's the
pretty funny.
Cinderella drink. I recommend adding rum to it. Not that I can try it. It just seems like it would be really good with rum because it's so fruity. And Spoons is a rum girl.
I am. I do love it. So good.
And if you guys, I guess we could just tell you what book we're doing also might be helpful.
Oh, yeah.
It's if you guys aren't watching on YouTube and you're not seeing how beautiful Kendall's
Oh.
hair is, it's here. It's there in the green screen. I'm trying to point. It's the book Ash by Malinda Lo. And if you have a hard time remembering it, you can remember that it's my name, though it's not about me. I mean,
You can't call this
what's
book
not
Wheezy,
about
though.
me?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Everyone's gonna be like Wheezy.
It was Ash. No, my actual name. And I have it right here too. It's beautiful.
Mm.
And Malinda, interesting, and I don't know why I'm pointing this out, but it's spelled Malinda. I'd never seen Malinda spelled like that, and I've been
Yeah,
like
me neither.
Malinda the whole time. Like, I just think it's so pretty. And anyways, Malinda.
Yeah, I think it's a fun way to spell it.
It is a really fun way to spell Malinda. Anyways, it is a Cinderella retelling.
Mhm.
So that's fun. We love Cinderella here. I especially do. I'm writing a retelling, so I was like taking notes, Malinda.
I kept thinking about you when I was rereading it. I was like, I wonder what Ash is thinking about this, like, et cetera, et cetera.
So many thoughts. I had so many thoughts. Let's do first impressions. What was y'all's first impressions of this? 'Cause
Well-
Spoons is the one who's like, I read this. I know this book.
Yes, I read it in grad school. It was for a children's literature class, and I got to pick it. Like, it was one of those things where we had like groups and we would just pick a book and then like discuss. And I don't think that I don't actually like the cover. I think it's very bad.
It is
In
very
my
bad.
opinion. It's a bad cover. But I was like, well, I like Cinderella. So I thought like this is fine. And my copy has a quote from Lee Bardugo on it. So I was like, well, if she
What?
likes it,
What's the
then
quote?
maybe I'll like it. A heroine of steel and heart and a fairy tale that resonates with feeling.
Aww.
So,
When
that's
did
what
this
she
come
said.
out?
This came out actually. That was another
It
thing.
was like
interesting.
it was like 2014 or something like that, I think.
It came out, yeah,
Or
like kind of a
2004.
while
It had a
ago.
4, I think.
Something
2006.
with a 4.
2009.
Okay,
So
it feels like a
this
2009 book. That makes sense.
So this one is like the 10th anniversary copy or whatever. Because I had never heard of it, but then I was like,
The cover design is also very 2009.
yeah. But so yeah, I guess I was like, I hate the cover, but I like Cinderella, and maybe it'll be good. I basically knew nothing about it before I started it, so that was my first impression.
You guys were like, hey, we're gonna read Ash. And I thought it was a classic book just without seeing the cover or anything because I don't know. I just did. And I was like, oh, what could that
Because
even be
we
about?
usually do. We go back and forth.
I was like, oh, what
Yeah.
could that even be about? And
Me.
then you're like, it's Cinderella. And I was like, oh, that is not what I thought it was going to be about. And then, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the cover. I do love Cinderella when Wheezy, when you said we're Cinderella fans here, the immediate childlike reaction that I had to, I almost pulled up my shirt without thinking about it because I have a Cinderella tattoo on my rib
Do
cage, and I
you?
was almost just like, yeah, I do, without
Aw,
thinking, and I was like,
that's
oh
Woo!
no.
It would have been appropriate for this book.
Yeah.
How did I not know? Have I just, it's just probably my bad memory, right? I must have known about this tattoo.
I don't know. I mean, if you've never seen me pretty much naked, then you might not know.
I mean, I've seen you in a swimsuit, mermaid stuff.
True.
I just
I
have a
think a
very
lot
bad
of them even
memory.
cover that though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
thanks for
It's
making me
like
feel better. What's the tattoo?
Yeah, what?
it says have courage and be kind
Oh, I
I
did
was
from
know about
gonna.
it. Now that's
Oh,
familiar. I
yeah.
did. I
Yeah.
love that quote.
Yeah.
it's so sweet. I love the Cinderella remake. I thought it
I do
was
too.
Yes.
good.
You guys,
Yes.
and before the have courage and be kind became like an iconic thing, I think made iconic by that version, I had already dedicated my first book to my mom for her teaching me to have courage and be kind. So when it came out and they were
Oh,
like, have courage and be kind, I was like, oh, it's so sweet. Yep.
Yes. What
that's so
about
sweet.
you, Wheezy? What were your first
Well,
impressions?
I was like, first, I mean, the main character's name is Ash, and we all know I have main character syndrome. So I was like, I mean, 10 out of 10 already for that. I'm like, let's read about me. Me. Like the way that Sean Spencer says it in Psych.
Me.
Me.
Gus.
But then they were like, it's a Cinderella retelling. And I've always been like, I just don't know. I have such like high hopes for Cinderella retellings that I'm like, I get scared. I'm like, don't ruin it. It's the best one. So I was like a little bit anxious. Also, the cover is garbage. Sorry, but it's, I mean, to be fair, a lot of 2009 book covers are
Yeah,
garbage, and the books are great, but the
it's very
covers,
2009.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of the covers were a little lacking, and this, including this one. But I was curious. You also said like it's a Fae book, and I was like, Cinderella and Fae. Interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, and then aside from I think a couple classic short stories, I was also like, I think this is the first book I've read where the main character is gay or bi. I don't know what she is. I think the
I don't
Huntress is
know.
gay.
I'm pretty sure
The,
she's just
Kais is
gay.
for sure gay. I think,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know what
right?
Ash's deal is,
I don't know. I heard that a lot of times before.
but
Anyway, so I was like, I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. Let's read it. And you were just you kept bringing it up like we should read this, and I was like, I trust Spoons' judgment. So that was all of my
well,
first
that means a lot.
impression.
I was really nervous. I mean, it's okay if you guys don't like it, but I have been nervous that you don't like it. So I went on Goodreads and people were like asking like it was bad, and I was like, okay, why did I ever go on Goodreads? First of all, Goodreads is hell, but
True.
I fully was like, I don't know, I still love it the second time around. So if I'm
Okay.
by myself, that's fine.
I did not like it. Spoiler.
I've had
I
that
really
hunch.
didn't like it. But
Why?
we'll get
Okay, we'll
there.
get into it.
Let's see. I'm trying to find out some information about our author because I did not look her up. I don't know if anyone else did. Remember when we used to be like
Oh
marginally more
yeah, when we
prepared?
used to like do the podcast
Yeah, that was
spreadsheet.
great. Okay, so according to melindalo.com, because we love an authorname.com website, Malinda Lo is the New York Times bestselling author of 7 novels, including her most recent work, A Scatter of Light. It's pretty. Her novel Last Night at the Telegraph Club won the National Book Award, the Stonewall Book Award, the Asian Pacific American Award for Literature, and Michael L. Prince Honor, and was an LA Times Book Prize finalist. So, Last Night at the
Ooh.
Telegraph Club also that came up like immediately multiple listings when I Googled her name. So, something there. Let's see. Her books have received 15 starred reviews and have been finalists for multiple awards, including the Andre Norton Award and the Lambda Literary Award. She's been honored by the Carnegie Corporation as a great immigrant. Melinda's short fiction and nonfiction has been published by the New York Times, NPR, Autostraddle, The Horn Book, and multiple anthologies. She lives in Massachusetts with her wife and their dog. Ooh, how to pronounce Melinda's name? Am I wrong? Is it not Melinda?
Oh whoa.
I don't know. There's like a whole thing that says how
I've
to
been
pronounce
saying
her name.
Melinda this whole time.
I don't know. Let's see. I clicked the thing. Hello, my name is Malinda Lo. I
It
was
is
right.
Malinda.
Malinda Lo. Let's see. This isn't the name I was born with, she says. So she was born in China and originally had a Chinese name. But when she moved to the US, she learned that most Americans couldn't pronounce her Chinese name very well. So when she was 6 years old, she chose a new name, Malinda. Let's see. And she said that the first distinctive thing about the name was that she wanted it spelled Malinda, which I was just saying, like, what's such a curious spelling. And
Yeah.
last name is extremely simple, Lo. So interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, so
nice.
there's a little bit of fun stuff about her.
Lovely
Uh,
bio.
Lovely bio. Let me see what else. If there's anything else interesting. She has a blog. She writes both fiction and nonfiction, so that's kind of cool. Do we know her zodiac sign?
I
I was
found
just
something
thinking
that
that.
says her birthday is January 1st, but I'm not positive how accurate this is because
Oh,
it
Capricorn,
looks
if
I was
it's
gonna say,
so.
like
if it is, then Capricorn.
it's off of a weird website. So
We
Interesting.
can just pretend like that's true.
Yeah, let's just pretend that it's true. Sounds good to me. Cute. Anyways, there's also a book called Huntress that I'm
I
guessing
know.
is that
I
about the
found that out the other
Huntress?
day. It's about a different huntress. I looked it
Oh, a
up,
different Huntress.
but I might still
Interesting.
read it.
And I will preface all the other covers are much better than the cover for Ash, so don't
I
worry about the cover art,
know.
it gets better.
It's so sad. Ash needs a new cover.
that's a
Yeah.
Twilight time, isn't it? 2009. So like it's very
Yeah.
similar-esque to the Twilight covers
Yes.
of just like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
black with the yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Totally.
Interesting. She has what looks like a thriller here too. A Line in the Dark. I might have to read that because I can't help myself. I see a thriller and I'm like, I'm gonna read it. Thanks to Spoons, because she introduced me to Riley Sager. And ever since then I've been like,
Oh,
I'm just in a phase. My thriller phase will pass. It has not passed. It's just gotten stronger. So thank you for that.
That's
I
like
mean,
that's like the
it's
goth phase. It's not a phase.
not a phase, okay? It's
It's not a
fair.
phase, Mom. Mine wasn't a phase either. I just learned that it was scaring people. So I was like, okay, I'll ease up a little. Oh man. Okay, well, is there anything else we want to say about Melinda, or do we want to get into the
We should
book?
just get into it.
Let's go.
I'm
Excellent.
curious.
Only 35 minutes in. Nice work,
That's
ladies.
not bad.
It's really not bad at all for us. Okay, so the book, Ash by Malinda Lo, a Cinderella retelling. Okay, so to start out, Melinda. Come on. It's because I can't say my own name. Didn't I say I was going to forget the character's name?
Did.
Ash. Oh, this is so weird. I hate saying my own name.
Yeah, but you could say
We
her
can
full
call her
name.
Ashling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And but that's my mermaid name is Mermaid Ashling. You guys, this is a problem for me.
Oh
Oh
my
man.
God.
I can't
She
do
who
it.
must not be named.
She who must not be named. She lives in the countryside, where there's still a lot of like belief in like folklore and superstition. Like there's green witches, which are like, sort of like witches, but like a little more earthy and like more like fae, like adjacent, it feels like.
Yeah, like there used to be a lot more overlap between like fairies and humans, but now there's not. But like the green witches still like believe in it and stuff. It's very
Yes.
like rustic kind of magic
Yes.
beliefs.
Rustic. Exactly. So, my pen is running out of ink. Meh. Okay.
I was about to literally like pretend, like not pretend, like actually try to hand you one. I was like, I have one. And I was like, wait, no, that
I
wouldn't work.
appreciate that. That's so
That would never
sweet.
work.
Anyway, so she lives in the countryside. There's like they consider it like rustic superstition and folklore. It's like rustic magic. There's still some green witches, but not as many as there used to be. And there's like stories about the Fae who live in the woods. And there's like all of these fairy tales, and they're all about the Fae. And as we sort of discussed in the episode on Emily Wilde, uh, the Fae are known for not being the best if we're talking like morality
Kind
wise.
of jerks. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of jerks. They have like not even a different moral compass. It's like there's no moral compass there at all. So like you got to be real
Yeah.
careful when you're dealing with them. And was very much the belief of the people where Ash grew up. Ugh, didn't like that. Anyways, so she's
A lot
raised
of
in the
it.
country. Sorry, what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say with her mom and her dad, her mom believes in the old ways, her father doesn't. And at the very beginning of the book, we see that her mom dies, which is sad but not surprising. It is the
Oh,
Cinderella
yeah.
story.
Who would have
Ugh.
guessed?
Yeah, who would have
Yeah.
guessed?
Shocking.
Shocking. And weird stuff happens at her grave, though. Like, what
Well,
is it
they're
that
like, we
specifically
have
that
a rich,
happens?
they're like, it's a ritual of the old times that someone sits at the grave all night for the first night so that the Fae don't come and steal the dead. Um,
hmm
so
Yep.
her dad stays out there and Ash goes to her room because he's like, no, you have to go to bed. And she's like 11 or something at this point.
Yeah.
And she goes and then she has a dream that's very real about the Fae coming, like the hunt, all the horses, Fae coming and like kind of trying to take her mom and her mom like yelling in the grave or something, I think. And then she
Yeah.
wakes up, she's like, oh, and her window's ajar and it wasn't before and stuff.
hmm And she
Yeah, she
starts
has a lot of
sleeping
weird
on the
Fae
grave. It
dreams.
might be later in, but she does end up like sleeping on her mother's grave, which is what I interpret
Yeah.
sort of like the cover of the book is. Like, if you guys aren't watching this on
Yeah.
YouTube, it's a girl like in a white dress, like laying on the ground.
Yeah.
2009 book cover.
Just picture like what you think it would look like in 2009, and that's what it looks
Kind of like
like.
monochromatic, except for like big
The
colors
worst.
in the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The beginning is very much just like this is Cinderella, except for there's also the fairy element.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
so like her dad ends up immediately getting remarried. The stepmother and the stepsisters are terrible, of course.
of course.
Um, et cetera, et cetera. But there's like the fairy element as well. So like she keeps kind of like going out to her mom's grave, and then while they still live in Rook Hill, which is like the town that she grew up in,
Yeah.
she like has that encounter right at the beginning. And
Yes.
then yeah,
She has an encounter with what is obviously a Fae person.
yeah.
Um, it's how do you
A
pronounce his
Fae
name?
man.
A Fae man named
The audiobook was saying Sheen, and I
Sheen. I
was
was
like,
wondering.
terrible.
It
Yeah,
sounds like an Irish Gaelic spelling, Sheen.
yeah.
So it's spelled crazy with way too many letters, but basically Sheen. So yeah, that makes sense. I was like, "Sibr," and that's just what I went
Yeah, just
with.
like go straight over that word.
Yep. So he watches her and he basically is like, don't come into the woods. It's not your time yet. And she's like, what does that mean? He's like, get out of here. And she's like, okay, you're really scary. So she does for then. But her life sucks so much because shortly after her father and stepmother get married, her father gets sick. The Green Witches say, okay, we want to treat him. And then because he doesn't get better immediately, her stepmother says, well, they're not going to fix him. We need to take him to the city, to the doctors who can actually make him better. And so then they move into the city, into what, her old house, right? Like her manor
The
or whatever.
stepmom. Yeah, the
The
Yeah,
stepmom's
stepmom's.
just
house.
Yeah. And then the doctors bleed him a bunch because, that's
Ugh.
so healthy. Oh,
great.
Holly, maybe
Ugh.
you just need to be bled. Yeah, you just need to get some leeches.
Don't worry about it. It's
You
fine.
what? No, babe. He says, I have a knife. I'll do it right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Men are a little melodramatic. That's not how they did it. Leeches. Anyways, um, so they bleed him. He is not strong enough to withstand it, obviously, because he's incredibly ill. He passes away, and then basically the stepmother's like, we're selling all of your family stuff. Your father had so many debts. He left us in so much debt. I also have debt. Well, she didn't say that part. We learned that later. And she's like, because of your father had so much debt he didn't tell us about, like, we're gonna have to fire all of the staff, and you're now basically the housekeeper, the maid, the cook, and everything else. And you're
Yeah.
not a lady anymore, even though she was the daughter of a gentleman, so she should have been afforded the same, like, station, essentially. And now she's the Cinderella that we know and love, who is treated
There she
horribly,
is.
like a little servant by her stepmother and
Own
sisters.
family.
Yeah.
So awesome. So awesome to be
hmm
Cinderella. I feel
So awesome.
it's
Yeah,
terrible. It's so bad.
it really is.
But yeah,
So then
and while go ahead.
while they're at that house, they celebrate Yule.
Mm-hmm.
And at Yule, there's all these people over, and then the king's hunt with the huntress come to party at their
Yeah.
house too, and that's when she meets her
She's
first
wild.
huntress.
The first huntress is like, she's crazy. Did you guys watch The Witcher on Netflix?
See.
Yes.
Okay, so I remember her name. You know the queen? Like, who's like, she's like a warrior queen, sort of. Her
Oh,
daughter
yeah,
ends
yeah,
up, she's
yeah.
fallen in love with that, like, the guy who's cursed,
The porcupine
whatever.
guy.
Yeah, the
Oh,
porcupine guy,
yes.
exactly.
Okay.
Right. So the
Yeah, the
porcupine
queen.
guy's fiance-ish's mom, that queen, that's what I
Yes.
pictured the huntress, this first huntress as.
Oh, I could see that.
That was a
Yeah,
really
she was cool.
that was a long way around getting to it,
Like,
but I
okay,
really
so if
wanted
you
to get it out
remember
there.
the guy's
So
mother-in-law,
the guy's the
Has a
guy's sort of
dentist who
mother-in-law,
thought that
whose
yeah,
cousin,
yeah. Remember?
Come on, guys. Yep. Anyways, that's what I pictured the first hunter says. And she's like, they're singing songs and she's telling like stories and she tells her favorite like fairy story. And then being an adorable, precious little child, just like me. So it's so weird to say my own name. Ash asked, like, something about, have you ever seen a fairy? And then the huntress is like, what did she say? Something like, I couldn't tell
She's
you if I
like,
did, essentially.
she basically says no, but yeah. Then later,
No, but
so
maybe.
actually, yeah, we find out later maybe she was lying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the and Ash has her book of like fairy stories that her dad
Yes.
gave her, Fairy
Hmm.
Cinderella.
And she
She's
reads
always
like
got a
one a
book that's
day.
Cinderella. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
True. That Ash with her books, always with her books.
oh,
crying on
tomorrow.
her mother's grave every
Grave.
night.
God.
These are just some classic Cinderella activities that
They
you can
really, really
do.
are. You have to be
So,
crying, and it can't be somewhere comfortable. You need to pick somewhere really
Has
uncomfortable.
to be in the fireplace or on your mother's grave. Those are the only two
Those are your
options.
options. If this
Yeah.
is Disney, I guess you can cry on like a broken down old fountain in the garden.
Oh yeah, very
Like,
dramatic.
yeah.
so something else that I read a little interview with Malinda Lo, and apparently she was, gosh dang it, I forgot the word already. But what she studied in college and everything. And it'll make sense.
Okay.
We
The
believe in you. You can do it.
I'll get there. I'll get there. She's talking about writing this book that Cinderella thought there's a big theme in like the original Cinderella of grief.
Oh, yeah.
And so she wanted like that to be a big theme in this book, but she wanted to explore it more in this way because of where some sort of social science she studied. So like she came
Hmm.
from that
Interesting.
aspect to make grief. And I guess her editor was kind of like, yes, but not quite as much as she originally had grief in
It was
there
too
all the
goth.
time.
She's like, you need to brighten it up a little.
And I personally, part of the reason why I don't like this book is because like girl cannot get over it. Like, I mean, yes, her mom died, but like until she's what, 18 or 19 or whatever, she just goes to her mom's grave every night for like 10 years and cries. Like,
Yeah.
like,
She needs some
yes, miss your
therapy.
mom, but like, like, let's move on a little bit.
Yeah.
So she's very like every moment she gets, she goes back to cry at her mom's grave.
I
And
think
Well,
my,
eventually.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say my main thing, like if I had any criticism of the character, and it's not really a criticism, it's just that in like we all know I love to relate to a main character. Like love it. Want to picture myself as the main character. I felt like, and this is not really a criticism of the character, but she felt so childlike the whole time. She felt
yes,
like so young and
yes.
naive and childlike, and that's fine. Like if that's who she is, that's her character. Totally fine. I think she's also kind of supposed to be that way a little bit. And it makes her a great foil then for the Huntress. Like she hasn't, been around as much and seen as much, but she has her own unique wisdom and understanding of the world, even though she is very like childlike and more naive. But I couldn't really relate to her as much because like, she's too sweet. She's also like a
I
lost
Well, she
couldn't.
kid.
is only 18, like
She's a
at the
baby.
oldest,
That's true.
which is not like that old. And she hasn't had any friends. and both of her parents died at a young age. And ever since then, everyone's been mean to her, except for this one freaky fairy man. So I'm kind of
Yeah.
like,
No,
yeah,
it's a
you'd probably be a
very
little weird.
Oh, it's completely understandable that she's weird. That's why I'm saying it's not really a critique. It's just more of a like, wait, I couldn't relate to the main character, and I want it to be the main character,
Mm,
who's my
mm.
namesake. But like, I can see how she is the way she is. It was just different for a main character, because I feel like usually like the main character is a little bit more mature, a little bit more tough, or a little bit more resilient in some way. And
Yeah,
she wasn't really, and she was still the main character. It's just interesting. I feel like she did not fit the usual main character archetypes.
I could see that for sure.
Yes, I agree.
Uh,
So there's
the
a Yule hunt. She keeps going back to her mom's grave. Like they're in the city now. Well, they're not
Hmm.
in the city, but they're in a different town that's near the city. But
Hmm.
she keeps like going through this fairy path essentially through the woods all the way back to her parents' original house where her mom's
Yep.
grave is to like crown the grave at night. And the ferryman keeps coming and being like, you shouldn't be here, and taking
Yeah.
her back through the fairy path
But they're
through the
kind of
woods back to her
friends.
house.
Now they're kind of
yeah, they end up like
friends.
they have like their little walks or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is such a weirdo.
He
This
is so
character is
strange.
crazy. I'm like,
Sheen.
yeah. Like, what's your
Yeah.
deal, dude?
I don't know. He's kind of like, I love you, but also I hate you. I can't
Yeah, but that's very
essentially
Fae.
live without you. It is exactly.
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
is very
I
fair,
can't live
right?
without you, but like I could not be more condescending in everything that I think about you. Like I hate
Yeah.
that I care about you, and I think that
And
you are the lowest of the low because you're human.
for a long time though, they're just kind of like weird, like walking buddies because she's
Yeah.
like 14 and he's just like, what the heck are you doing here? But they like kind of are just like, all right, I guess we'll just chill.
Yeah.
And like her description of him is she's like, I think maybe he's lonely too or something. He's like
Yeah, she's
weird.
like, he's my
Like
only friend, not really because we're friends, just because like I don't
we
have
just kind of hang
anyone
out.
else. We just kind of hang out together. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of exist in the same space
I know
Yeah.
that
sometimes.
like 500-year-old Fae Daddy is really in right now,
It really
but
is.
but this book along with like one or two other books I've read recently that have that going
Huge
on,
age difference.
I found very like ick.
I
Whereas
did find out a little ick with this one too, which I
yeah,
mean, I think it's supposed to be a little ick, so it makes sense. But it was like, ugh,
especially
Yeah,
particularly
because
no.
ick.
like you said, she has such a childness about her. Like
Yeah.
even when she is a little bit older, which still, I mean, 500 and like 17, that's not okay. But but like at 17, she still feels like she's 9. Like
Yeah,
she feels like she's 9 throughout the whole
in
book
some
to me at
ways.
least.
Well, she's
So
very
it was like
emotionally
very like
I
underdeveloped.
did not get that. That's so interesting that y'all are like, I don't
I feel
know.
like
To
no.
she's
me, I'm like,
emotionally not super developed, but she hasn't had a safe space to develop. So I can see how she would be.
I feel like she's just kind of like shy. She just doesn't have a lot of friends.
That's
Doesn't
true.
mean she's like a baby.
But like,
I don't
okay,
know.
here's another. I don't mean to just like bash on your book here,
It's fine. I want to
but
talk about it.
She's
but
like, no,
like,
I want to talk about it. Go ahead. It's fine.
uh, no. So one of the other differences that plays into that child like aspect, plus a difference from a traditional kind of Cinderella telling, is that she from the beginning fights back hardcore to her stepmother.
I
Where
noticed
like
that.
her stepmother's like, "You're our maid now," and she's like, "No," and like crosses her
She's
arms, is
like
like, "I'm
never
not gonna do
docile.
that." And then like,
Yeah.
yeah, whereas traditionally Cinderella's like, have courage and be kind." I'm not saying
Yeah.
that's different, but
She's
like
like
she's very,
meek,
and
usually.
which is a big criticism a lot of people have of the original Cinderella is that
Hmm.
like she just lets everyone walk all over her. But
Hmm.
it just because you said that she's very shy, but there's this weird contrast, or at least there was for me, where she was like very stood up for herself anytime her stepmother was involved or her stepsister, really.
I
But then,
noticed that
like,
too.
she would, like anybody else, she would be like, oh, I don't even, like, hi, I'm not here. Like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
was very
Hmm.
contradicting there.
It was
but
interesting because
that's
she
what I
never
saw.
seemed to like fully like accept her station in life as their servant, which is great. I don't want her to. So that's amazing. But most Cinderellas do have at some in some level like accepted that it is their station in life. That they're
Right.
just not going to be able to get
Yeah.
beyond this now. But she never like fully did, which I actually really liked about her. That's why I really liked her as a Cinderella like heroine because I was like, this is nice to see. Like a she is Cinderella in all circumstances, but she never stops fighting back and like standing up for herself. She's never like accepted that this is it. I think also like the fact that she's like very everything about her is quiet. Even her rebellion is like quiet, sort of.
Yes.
She's basically just kind of like sarcastic back to them. She just like goes on midnight walks in the fairy world. She doesn't
Yeah.
listen to Sheen either when he says no. Like she's very much of her own mind and of her own will, which is interesting. It's just so
I think
interesting.
she
I think
kind of has
go ahead.
Oh, I just think she kind of has this like idea that like I think she's like disassociated a bit from her life. So she has like these midnight walks and like this kind of idea like I have a connection to the fairy world, so like this might not be it for me at forever anyway. Like I don't think she thinks super far
It's
in
true.
advance because of that, which might
Yeah,
lead to like why she seems younger maybe
that's true.
because she kind of isn't like planning far ahead. She's like,
Yeah,
well, my life could be this, or maybe I'll die. I don't know. Like she's
that's
always
true.
asking, like, is this gonna kill me? Like, because she
Yeah,
reads so many of the fairy stories where they just die, and
yeah.
so she's like, well, that could be me. Who
I
knows?
think the other like big reason for me, like now, like the more I'm thinking about it, I think she feels so childlike because the Huntress feels so not. Like,
Yes.
which
Well,
spoiler, the
I was
Huntress
gonna
and
say we haven't
her.
got into that
We haven't
yet,
gotten into it.
but
Let's
But like
just
I
get
think
into
that
her.
that's
I
why. Yeah, we can get
I'll,
into it.
let's just skip ahead. Basically, it's just Cinderella until, and then she, yeah, meets the hunter, the queen, the king's huntress, who is now not the lady who told her the story, but this other
The
girl who
new
was the
one, the new
apprentice. Yeah,
Huntress. And she's
and
hot.
oh, she's hot.
Oh no, she's hot. And she's so competent and confident. Like,
yes.
yeah.
She's so hot. It was crazy. I was like, what the?
She is incredibly hot. She just sort of like swoops in. I mean, she feels like more of like a prince than like a lot of the Cinderella princes. Like in the sense that like she just like swoops in and her whole demeanor is like she's totally calm, but she's totally like take charge if she needs to. She's completely confident. Like it's also like Ash doesn't have to worry at all when she's with the Huntress because the Huntress is so like competent, like so in charge. So it might also just be that next to the Huntress's like insane level of competence and confidence, that Ash looks like
A
a lot
child.
a lot more childlike because she doesn't have the same confidence because she wouldn't. But I think it's also just the comparison because like the Huntress to me felt like mid to late 20s, but Ash
Yeah,
is
vibes
like
wise.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, vibes wise. Which
Yeah.
is also not like an insane age gap. It's just that the difference between like 18 years old and like 25 years old, like it's a big
It is a
age gap
big,
Well,
developmentally.
yeah,
yes,
I think that
yes.
their life experiences have been so different
So
because the
different.
huntress like came to this like very prestigious position at a young age. She's like the youngest one ever or something.
Yeah.
And so she's just kind of like fending for herself and also in charge of a bunch of people and like has a high like status in the kingdom. Whereas Ash like basically only lives in one house and speaks to five people at all times and like
Yeah.
nobody even likes her. So she doesn't have a lot of opportunity to like grow in that way. So
Yeah.
they just yeah, they're like very different in that way.
Yeah. I completely agree. It was a really interesting match to see, and I did not hate it. I did not hate it, but it did make her seem younger because of how different they were. But
Yeah, no, for
yeah, I
sure.
did not hate it. So basically, when one of the times that her sisters and her stepmother are away in the city for like some ball or other, the huntress and well, basically the huntress happens upon Ash in the woods, and Ash is basically like, "Oh, I'm lost. I don't know how to get home." Mostly because she just wants to kind of like,
That was
which is not true.
crazy. I was like, girl.
I was like, I feel like you know where you are. And then
Yeah.
afterwards, she's like, I knew where I was. I just like wanted to spend a little more time with her. And I was like, we've all been there. That was good.
Oh my God.
Yep.
He's like,
And
oh,
then
please show
the
me the way
huntress.
home.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know where I am. I've never seen that tree
I'm
before.
like totally lost. I'm such
I'm
a
totally
goof.
lost. Yeah, that's really exactly what happened. Even though I'm like, you know, the forest like better than the huntress, which is also what's so interesting is I'm like, I kind of feel like I need a book two to see like Ash come into herself more because there's not a lot of opportunity in this book. It's like it's a very short book. Like,
Yeah, it's not
so we
very
don't get like
Yes.
a ton of
Yes.
time to see her develop like into like a truly confident version of herself, which I would assume that when she's away from her evil, horrible family and with a partner who loves and supports her, that she would become increasingly confident because like I'm sorry, she's incredibly badass. She knows the forest better than the huntress. She can like find like fairy paths and stuff. Like what?
Yeah, she was
That's
like tracking
crazy.
that deer with like no like teaching beforehand. Huntress
Yeah.
was like, "How did you know where she was going?" She's like, "Oh, I just
Like I
followed
just
it."
did. And the
Like,
Huntress is like,
like,
wow, that's
oh,
really
okay,
hot. I
slay.
mean, can I show you
Yeah.
the way home?
I mean, of course, right this way.
Yeah. And so
I come
then
to these woods often.
come here often.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
believe how often.
You would
Yeah,
not
like
you would
literally
not
all the
believe.
time.
Constantly. The only place I met
Like
more frequently is my mother's grave. Yeah. And so the Huntress starts coming by like whenever Ash's family is gone. I'm like sinking in my chair. Can you guys see me getting like lower and lower?
so anyway,
I'm
the
just
hunter's
tired.
gone.
Ugh. Anyways. Anyways. You can do it, Ash. Oh, I'm so sleepy. It's fine. My brain stopped working.
So yeah, the huntress, they I think they meet again somehow or whatever, but then
Yeah.
basically Ash was like, oh yeah, I live just like at the house on the other side of the meadow. And who shows up but the huntress, whose name
Because
is
she got it
Kaisa.
bad. She shows up a lot. She's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, could I just my horse is thirsty. Could I get some water from my horse?"
I
And
was
Ash is
so
like,
gagged.
okay."
Yes, and he's like, also, I forgot my canteen too. I'm so forgetful. Like,
So
how can I do
forgetful.
that?
I'm so
And I was just like,
parched.
sure.
It's such a hot day and I'm so
Yeah.
parched.
I was freaking out.
It
Oh
was
my
so
God.
funny. I
And
was like, I immediately see you. And Ash was like, not really. I think also she was just like, wow, this amazing huntress is paying attention to little old me. And I think this is where I just can't relate. Like, I have a very high level of, we can call it arrogance. It's what it is. I'm like, they'd be
self-worth.
lucky. The huntress would be lucky to have a glass of water with me. I would never have this like reaction.
That's so cute. I love that for you. Like,
Yeah.
you
Come on
would
in.
be
I've
the
been
huntress, let's
expecting
be
you.
honest.
I'd be like, it took you long enough. Sit down.
Yeah, I was dropping some pretty heavy hits,
Some pretty
so I'm
serious
glad you showed
hints there. So,
up. Oh, yeah, that was
Then,
crazy. And then, oh, go ahead.
no, you're good.
Oh, and then she's like, she ends up coming back, and they like for riding lessons. She's like, I'm gonna teach
Oh,
you
yeah.
how to ride a horse, and I'm like, okay, like this is getting crazy. And so she comes back
romantic.
and is like, here. Oh, you know what killed me? She's like, do you have any riding clothes? And Ash is like, no. And so she's like, here, you can wear these, and tosses her like some clothes that fit her exactly perfect. And Ash
Hmm.
is like, how did she know these would be my size? And I'm like, because she was looking at your bod. Like, let's be
Because
real.
she thinks you
She
are
was
hot. She
taking
was
notes.
absolutely, she was like, I have my guests, my measurement guesses.
She was considering you all day. Like, it
I
was
did think
so
that was cute.
crazy.
But it was like another thing where I was like, oh, Ash, sweetie, you're so innocent. That's so sweet.
She was like, well, I guess this is fine.
Yep. So they go
Yeah.
horseback riding, like frequently, which is like the
Yeah.
But
dream.
Yeah.
but meanwhile, at night, she ends up sneaking into the forest again and ends up at a Fae party.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
And this Fae woman is like, "Oh, like, why don't you come and join us? Hee hee hee." And then the guy, the what's Sheen
Sheen,
Scene.
you know,
comes and is like, no, she's mine, stay away, and like rips her out and is like, go home, don't ever come back here.
yep.
Yeah, because
And
he
she's
just
like, I just
has.
don't know what's going on. Like,
I feel like that's very Edward Cullen. And again, this makes me go, why do people like Edward? I don't understand. If a guy was
Okay,
like, she's mine, get out, and then
calm
was
down,
like,
Ash.
get out of here, you, I would be like, excuse, screw you.
it's fictional guys that can do that, Whiskey, not real guys.
Only Edward Cullen is allowed to do that. Okay.
No, not even Edward.
Oh my god.
I'd really think about it and be like, no. Even in a book, I really would. I'd be like, I'm sorry, who do you think you're talking to like that? I think you need to try again.
I only allow it whenever like they are in the situation where they know way more about the situation or the world than the main character does. Otherwise, I'm like, screw you. We're both in high school. Like, you're not allowed to talk to me
See,
like that.
I'm so irrational, and this is probably the side of me that Javi hates. I'm like, I know that you know better and that you know things the main character doesn't know, but how dare you speak to her like that? There's no excuse. You need to use your manners, sir.
No,
Even
I
if she's
agree with you
completely
like
wrong,
almost
like
all the time.
it's probably my toxic trait, to be honest, that I'm like, how dare you? Maybe I am completely in the wrong, but you can be nice about it.
No, I think that's fair to expect. I just have a blind spot when it comes to Edward Cullen.
Oh, that's so funny. But not Sheen, because
No,
he's a
Sheen
Not
can
weirdo.
Sheen.
suck my ass. I don't care about Sheen. I'm all about Kaisa.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Um,
right, her name. I was
Who
like, she has a name, Kaisa.
yeah, and
Is
it's
that how you
hot.
say it?
Everything about her is hot. I'm like,
It's true.
Melinda, you
She
cannot do
didn't
this.
pull any
If I had read
punches.
this book, oh my god.
What would
did
have
you
happened
Like
if you read it when you
things
were
would have
like
made a lot more sense
13?
to me if I had read this book when I was 14. Things would have came together a lot quicker. I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
you know she originally wrote it with the prince as the love interest?
Oh my
Did
god,
she
Melinda,
really?
thank God
She
you
did.
changed it.
She did, and then everyone, like her friends and editor who were reading it, were like, she doesn't really like the prince, though, does she? It seems like she kind of likes the huntress. And she was like, well, I guess you might be right. And so,
Yeah,
That's so interesting.
I
That kind
can't
of makes
even
sense
imagine.
though, because I kind of feel like this it would have felt like a little bit more solid of a story if it had more of like the royalty versus like the commoner like dynamic, but because it was the huntress and a commoner, I was like I feel like there's a bit of a deviation from the Cinderella story I just didn't expect. Not that you can't do deviations for sure, but like I didn't expect it, and I wonder if it's because it wasn't originally planned that way. So like I didn't have like all of the like the what do you call it? Not premonitions. That's not correct.
foreshadowing? I don't
Yes,
know.
there we go. Foreshadowing. That's a much more applicable word. I didn't have like the foreshadowing to like expect this, like that it would be the huntress. I was actually at first I was kind of surprised, but then as soon as like Kaisa showed up and she was really hot, I was like, oh, I see what we're doing now.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with you. I see you, Melinda. I'm here for it. I understand now. But
Mhm.
I think up until that point, I was like, so is it going to be a prince or like or not a prince because you
Yeah.
told me
See,
like I was like is it going to be like a princess or like she's secretly royal somehow? But no, the prince exists and he is looking for a wife, but he's kind of
He's
just a
just kind of like
D-bag.
hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
see,
just
Yeah.
I
like,
wondered if this also influenced my dislike of the book, is that my version had a letter. It might have been by Leigh Bardugo, or it might have been by Holly Black. I don't
Holly
remember.
Black. Mine
Okay,
has that
so
too.
you have the same. Yeah, it had the intro from Holly Black, and then it had Malinda Lo wrote a little foreword with an explanation about like exactly what I said, how it was written for the prince, and then she changed it, and so the
Interesting.
huntress. So before I even read the book, I knew the whole plot. So I was
Oh,
like, I don't like that. Like not I
interesting.
don't like that like she was with the huntress and everything. But I didn't like that. I was like, okay, now I know. And she was like, oh, and
Oh.
the Fae is her fairy godfather instead, kind of thing, and this and that. And like she explained the
Ah.
whole book before I read it.
Oh, see, that caught me off guard.
And
I was like, "Oh my God, Melinda,
Yeah,
good
if you
one."
had, I didn't read that either time I read the book. I was like,
okay.
I am to my own devices. So I have not read that at all. So
Interesting.
I was also fully shocked when I first read it because I was like, I don't think I knew it was going to be gay. Like, I just was like, okay, I guess I'll just start reading.
Yeah,
And
and then you're like,
then I was
wait.
like, am I going to have a gay vibes? And then suddenly it was gay. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
And I was
I was
freaking out.
Yeah,
also
so
confused because there was like Sheen who was like obviously like kind of like obsessed with her, and I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
like I
I
also
thought Kendall
hated
said
it.
this was a gay book. I'm confused. And
Right.
then Kaisa walked in her like her hunting leathers, and I was like,
And you're like, okay,
I understand now. We're on the same page.
okay, gotcha. I understand.
yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
So I feel like that should have been in the back of the book because it was really like an interesting insight. But I
Yeah,
really
that's
wished I hadn't read that before I read the book because
Yeah.
I feel
right.
like I wonder if my experience would have been different as if I was reading like, oh, where's the prince? And oh my gosh, no, it's the sexy huntress. Like,
Yeah.
but
I
Right.
think
I bet.
maybe this
Oh,
is
yeah.
controversial. I think I would like the book more without the prince in it at all. I don't want him in it at all. I want the
Mm.
huntress to be the sole like royal,
no, I
more
could definitely
aristocratic
see that.
figure. Yeah, and I don't want the prince. I feel like he's just a
I could
distraction.
definitely see that.
I want him out.
Yeah.
I
I
just
feel
want the
like though I was
huntress.
never under the impression that like anything once like the huntress shows up, I was like, okay, this is what it is. And she shows up before the prince. So for me, I was never like thinking in any way that
Oh,
the
I
prince had
no.
anything.
By the time she showed
I
up,
think
I
it's
was
just
like, the
like
prince is nothing. But I was like, he's just in the way. Like, get him out of here. I was, what's your point? Why
so
do you
like instead
exist?
of a ball, like we could have had some kind of other hunting event for
Yes.
her to go to.
Yes,
Mm,
exactly. Yes, that would have been cool.
I see.
And some
Yeah,
sort of
so
like, I wanted like, not obviously it doesn't have to be like the glass slipper, but some sort of like the huntress like seeking her out because she, yeah, I don't left a book or something, or
She
not that
leaves
we
the
have to do
yeah.
that, but it would have
She
been
leaves
cool.
the cloak at the end and she keeps it for her, but
Oh,
that
that's
wasn't like
right.
a thing that she like
Yeah, she did.
she didn't and it
See,
was silver. But
I
she
kind of
didn't
feel
like
like maybe if we just moved some of the relationship like development between Ash and Kaisa, and we moved it to after that whole incident at the prince's ball, even if the prince stayed in it. And then she wrote a little more, like more of the book with a little more like of the drama with the step family after that.
mhm.
I feel like it would have been really, really solid. I also felt like, and I was debating if I was going to say this or not because it's like so antithetical of me. I think it could have been longer, which is very weird for me.
I
I
think it
almost
could have
never
been
say
longer
that.
too.
Yeah.
I would have read, well, obviously I like it. I would have read two of them
You're
like
like, well, I would have
together.
read more about Kaisa, so took another book of just Kaisa.
Guilty. Yeah, I think that I don't know. The ending, I will admit, I do think the ending was a little rushed. Like
Yeah, it's kind of how it felt.
they kiss and then she leaves. I guess we'll just skip some of the middle stuff.
Sure.
They kiss and then
It's a
and then
really
da da da,
chaotic
she
and then
summary. Yeah.
uh and then basically Ash has been like Sheen has been like giving her the magic to like go to these events. Like he's
Hmm.
her fairy godmother.
In
He is
exchange
literally a
for
in
fairy.
exchange for
like,
Like
her.
for
He's
yeah,
like, but
for
you
you
belong
will
to
be
me
mine
when the
with his
time comes. It's very
crazy.
Rumpelstiltskin minus the child. Like
there
instead
is
of your
like,
Yes.
firstborn,
It's very
you're mine.
Fae.
yeah, it is very
Um,
Fae. It was very
and so
Fae.
she's like, okay. And
She
I'm
doesn't
like,
even
I
girl.
know
hesitate.
she like she's read all these Fae stories and believes so much in all this stuff her mom taught her and everything. And he's like, so we're gonna make a deal. She's like, yeah, I know how dangerous this is, but fine, sure, okay. Like
See, I
she
this is
I
doesn't
think
even
again.
like
I think I would
I
have
think
reordered this a little bit because at that point she'd already met the huntress. She already had things she was looking forward to. So it felt a little weird to me that she would throw all like away
yes,
every single like ounce of hope for this in
yes.
exchange. I feel
I
like if
think
it was to come a little earlier before she had hope, then she would have regretted it even more.
she's
Yes.
no,
But
yeah.
she was pretty resigned to it for most of the but she's like, well, I'm just gonna, be but she also, like you said earlier, Spoons, that she did kind of have this. I mean, her favorite Fae tale from when she was younger was about this girl that like stumbled into a fairy party and just like lost her mind to it and never woke up. Eventually,
Mhm.
like she just lived lost her mind into the Fae world. She's like, I kind of wish I could just lose my mind into the Fae world. So
Yeah. I think she's like deeply depressed. And I think
Yeah.
she's and like kind of wants to die, and like that means like going to live with the fairies. So she
Yeah.
doesn't really care. And I think she
Yeah.
still kind of had that even when she like was first with meeting Kaisa and stuff, because part of her was still like, well, this can't like really be anything. Because
That's
she
very
doesn't actually
possible.
think she'll ever get anything. So I think she still was kind of like, well, probably being with Sheen forever in the fairy world is still the best they can do. Like I
Yeah,
think she legitimately still kind of thought that. And then it's
that's
only
very
after
possible.
like they kind of hang out and stuff more at like all the events that he's sponsoring her to go to that she's
Yeah.
like, okay, this was not a good idea.
Wait, I
Uh-oh.
might actually have a future here. This is again, it's just me projecting myself onto her. And I'm like, why would you give up hope so soon? You just met a super hot huntress. You don't want to see where this goes? Like,
I
it's me
genuinely
having too
believe she
much
was
confidence
deeply
again.
depressed. Yeah.
Oh my God.
um, yeah, no, but I was also like, girl, no, we cannot be making fairy deals. This is not good. We know this. She's like,
Oh my
sorry, I guess
gosh.
I'll die.
That's
Um,
fine. Well,
but
but
so
first, she's gonna have a really good time in a really pretty dress, which is
she
great
does.
fun until she doesn't get home in time, and her stepmother and stepsisters are like, "What are you wearing? That dress must be stolen. Are these diamonds? We're so poor. It's because you've been stealing from us." And then they like rip out all of the. It's so sad. They like rip off all the gems and they cut the diamonds out of her hair. So then she
Oh,
has to
that was
cut all of
messed
her
up.
hair off the next day. But then I was like, I'm kind of picturing you still looking really adorable, so maybe it's fine. But I'm
I
sure
was
it was
picturing
traumatic.
like Rapunzel at the end of
Yes.
Tangled.
That's what I was picturing too. Yeah. Very cute.
Yeah, and so she's like, well, okay. And that's been like
She figures
Sheen and
out somehow about her mom. How does she figure out about her mom? I forget.
Oh yeah.
Sheen tells her the story
Yeah.
Oh,
about how
okay.
her mom actually cursed him a
'Cause she
long
was a
time
green
ago.
witch.
Yes. And she's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, basically your mom cursed me to fall in love
It's
with
like I used to take a
a
lot of girls,
human.
a lot of human girls, and your
Yeah.
mom didn't really like that. And I came to take her, and she's like, "No, bitch, I curse you." He's
Yeah.
like,
To fall in love with a human, but didn't predict it'd be her own daughter.
yeah.
Whoops. Um,
So he fell in love with her, which again is like there you have that Twilight thing of Jacob just falling in love with Renesmee when she's born, like
I
because you
also
can
thought
tell from
about
the moment he's like, "Oh, young child, I love
I
you," and I was
thought
like,
about that too, and I was like,
I thought
oh.
about Renesmee too.
Honestly, I think about Renesmee way too much. It's terrifying.
She's your Roman Empire.
She's my Roman Empire. If it was
So
also a
funny.
nightmare. God.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
so basically, uh Kaisa and what happens? Sorry. Ash goes back at the she like shows up at Yule and is like, this is my last time I'm gonna see Kaisa because I've already decided, I guess, that I'll go with Sheen now or whatever.
Yeah.
And so she shows up and oh my god, when she's like she kind of like bursts her way to the front of the ball and it's like, will you dance with me in front of
It's
everyone?
so
And she's
cute. I
wearing her
loved this
like
scene.
servant's dress,
Yep.
looking cute as heck with her short hair.
Yep.
And Kaisa's like, yeah.
She's like,
So
yes,
everyone
I've
is
been looking for you. I'm
freaking
so glad
out.
you're here. So
Ah, so
sweet.
cute. It was so cute.
It really
And
was.
so then they're both kind of like, well, I guess we're in love. And then Ash is like, yeah, but I gotta take care of some stuff because basically we can't be together because my life is shit. And
And
Kaisa's
Guys is
like,
like, can I help? And she's like, no. And she's like,
Well,
are you
she's like,
gonna
"Why
come
would you want
back?
to
And she's like,
help me?"
maybe. Yeah.
She's like, "Why would you want to help me?" And she's like, "Well, wouldn't you do anything for someone you loved?" And then she's like, "Oh, light bulb."
She's like, oh my God, she loves me. She's saying she loves me. She's like, now I'm
oh, that
really
was
gonna like,
sweet.
she's like determined then that she's like gonna find her way back. She's like, I think I thought of a loophole. And she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
try and go loophole with Sheen and can come back to Kaisa so they can loophole. Um,
So,
Yeah, and so she's like, hey, listen, dude, if it's true that you really love me, then you'll let me go
yeah.
because I'm actually in love with the hot huntress. So that's kind of where we're at.
I was
And so
thinking that from the
basically,
start. I was like, if he loves her, shouldn't he let her go? Isn't that what we've learned from every like movie ever?
hmm, And it's also like, dude, you're being
No, I'm
selfish.
pretty
You
sure
have
if you
like,
love them, you trap them in a tower. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what
yeah,
movies you're
that's what
watching.
I've heard too. Yeah.
Strange. I'm just gonna call the
But
people
it's
who
like he
help people
has
who are in
like
cults.
infinity lives to like fall in love with girls. Why? And
Yeah,
she has like one to be with her hot huntress. Like it would be so selfish.
it would be so
Um,
selfish. Yeah, but it's like the part of
so
me that was like, okay, if he really loves her, he'll let her go. But then I was like, but he's Fae, which is
yeah,
like a
so you can't
wild
trust
card
him.
into anything, so you never know.
Yeah. But it kind of works out because she's like, okay, I'll be with you for like this one night or whatever. But it ends up being like a long time in fairy world, sort
Yeah,
of. But then it's actually just one night for us.
yeah.
And so then she's like, okay, well, I guess I'll never see the fairies again. And he's like,
It
well,
is a little creepy weird. She's like, I don't know what happened at all that night.
It
I
was
just
so
like
weird.
yeah.
He woke up like with like almost no memories, whatever, just like a glimpse of like fairy stuff, and like that was it.
Which like doesn't sound horrible because like oh like I could see Fae magic, but I don't know the way it was worded in the book and everything was
It was
like it had a creepy
creepy.
vibe to it.
I
It
was
was
like,
like
Oh,
I was with
totally.
him all night, but
yeah,
I don't know what happened.
that I have no idea. And
It's
we're
like
like,
okay.
well, that's
It's
when you
like,
call the police.
Yeah.
girl,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. We need to get the fairy queen on the line. We get
Yep.
everybody.
We need to get the huntress. She's
We
gonna come
got the
back here and
huntress.
she's gonna kick Sheen's butt because
She
if
will
anyone
kick his
can.
ass.
Yes.
I believe she could.
I believe she could
Uh,
too. I have so much confidence in her.
she's so cool. And so then Ash goes back and she's like, I don't care anymore, and just takes all her stuff from the house. And her stepsister's like, where are you going? Like, my mom's gonna be so mad at you. And she's like, I'm not coming back.
She's like,
So
lol, I
like,
do not care.
yeah, she's like, whatever. Takes all her
Yeah.
stuff and goes back to the palace and it's like, I'm here to see the huntress. And sees her, and
Yep.
then they kiss and they're gonna be together forever, and it's so cute.
Yep.
And she did it. The
She
end.
did.
And
Happily
the prince
ever
picks some
after.
random girl. So neither of the stepsisters are happy.
Ha.
Thank God.
I love that she's like Clara, the younger sister's like, he picked someone whose name I don't even know. And I was like, suck it.
Yeah. Like, sorry, Clara. It's funny to me in Cinderella retellings how like the oldest sister is always like worse than the other one. The other one's just like kind of bad. I don't know. I feel like that always happens.
See, I thought about that too, and then I was like, I'm so original because I mean, spoilers and TM, it's mine. But in my Cinderella retelling, the oldest sister is the one who's not as horrible. So
there you go.
but there are
You
twins
are
that are kind of
visionary.
Kitty and Lydia-esque, so like you can't get a lot worse than that.
It's pretty hard to get rid of that.
Yeah. Anyways, that's Ash.
So
The
that's
book, not the
Ash.
person. I'm the person.
The book.
Well,
not the
sorry
person.
I subjected my terrible book to y'all.
Yeah, it was just awful.
God
I was
dang
like,
it.
ugh, this huntress is so hot. I do not want to hear about how like nice her hair is anymore.
If I get one more beautiful description of her outfits, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm gonna lose. I cannot believe Spoons thought that I would like this book. Oh my God, fairy magic? Is that what? Absolutely not. Garbage. No. No,
Well,
I
nobody
enjoyed
in
it.
my graduate program group likes it either. And then I had to be like, are y'all stupid? Well, I didn't say that. I had some friends.
You should have.
But I was like, what do you mean? I fully like went into the class expecting everyone to be like, favorite book I read all year. And I was like, right? And then they were like, I don't really get it. And I was like, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
this just fulfilled like it just like
This
filled
is
a
for
space
Kendall, I
for
guess.
14-year-old Kendall. Like this is what
for-
14 Kendall.
This is what she needed. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah.
It's your
Anyway,
tiger's
thanks
curse.
for reading it, you guys.
I liked it.
But I read it for the first time at age 23 and I liked it. So
Yeah, I
guess
think I was like 18 or 19 when I read Tiger's Curse.
Mm-hmm.
But I did fully recommend it again at like age 24 as one of my favorite books of all time. So
Well, listen,
Fun.
I just need to recommend one of my more childhood books, and then y'all can judge mine.
Oh,
We'll each have a
perfect.
book of
Yes. Our comfort
good.
book.
yeah.
Our little
Where everyone
love
else
to
is
read
like,
it.
okay.
I would love to know what your like comfort book is. Like the book that you would have
I
needed you would have liked to read as a young
Yeah.
child or did
there's
read.
there's two of them, and ironically, one is a Cinderella. It's called Just Ella, and it's like what
Oh,
happens after she
Heard of
marries the
that.
prince. It's what happens after she
ooh.
marries the
I
prince.
would read that.
I would also
Uh,
read
Let's
that.
read
it's
that.
one of the few books that I've ever
Stella.
reread. Um,
Ooh, okay, I'm putting it on the
because I don't
list.
really reread books.
Just Ella. This is just going to be a very Cinderella season. We could
Okay,
read
let's
Just
just do
Ella.
like a million Cinderellas. I would
This
be
is
This
now
so
a
is a
down to
Cinderella
Cinderella
read.
podcast now.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a Cinderella podcast. I'm like for real. I would read a million. That's the thing.
I would also.
I never ever get tired of a Cinderella retelling ever.
No, it's the
I
best.
could
It's
read a million
objectively
of
the
them.
best, I feel like,
I've also
fairy
been
tale.
wanting to reread Ella Enchanted
I
I
because
have
never read
not read
Ella
it.
Enchanted. Mhm.
I have
you
it.
should
Somebody
read
gave
it.
it to me, but I've not read it.
I like the movie. I liked the movie more than the book when I was a kid, but I would like to reread it
Here's
because
my problem.
I love the author.
The movie made me cringe a lot. I got so
Embarrasses
much
you?
secondhand, yes, embarrassment, and I'm so scared. Like I literally, I get like I feel like my heart like seize up in my chest with secondhand embarrassment when I go to look at the book on my shelf because I've almost started reading it a few times and I'm like, I can't handle it. I'm so stressed out.
The book is very different from the movie. Very
Okay,
different, which is why, yeah.
okay,
So
so maybe I can
don't
So
worry
handle it.
about
we're
it.
just a Cinderella podcast now, is what
We're
we're
just a
saying.
Cinderella podcast.
Yeah, sounds excellent. What were our favorite and least favorite parts of this book?
Spoon's your first.
Well, okay. My favorite part was Kaisa and Ash going horseback riding slash like that whole sequence where they're kind of getting to know each other better and like
Hmm.
hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part because I thought it was so cute. My least favorite part, mm, I don't know. I guess just like in terms of sadness, it was, I don't know. It's sad to me like that her dad dies and her stepmom is immediately mean to her. I like
Immediate.
can't get over that. Like if you were a stepmother to a child, I don't understand the concept of an evil stepmother, I guess. I
No.
guess
I
you just actually have to be evil and then
Yeah.
you're a stepmother second. You know,
Yeah.
like evil
Evil
first,
first, stepmother second.
stepmother second. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I started calling myself to Phil's daughters. I'm like, I call
Yeah.
myself their evil stepmom.
Oh
Like,
my
to,
gosh. Whatever.
I mean, you might as well like lean into it.
exactly.
I am sure you are the sweetest stepmother in the world.
Right? Like this sweet magical mermaid stepmother,
Yeah. God, anyone would be lucky for you to be their
right?
Now I'll be like, yep, today it's just you and your evil stepmom.
I'm sure
stepmom.
they're like, woo! And then one of them, the younger one, says something like remarkably terrifying. Like the things that I've heard these girls say is like hysterically funny. You're like,
I
wow,
love
that
that.
is like wicked sharp for like a
Like,
kid.
okay.
Oh wow, you're gonna eviscerate people. I can't wait to see that. I think my favorite part was when she gets the fairy horse and she rides out to the hunt. I was like, okay, so I want a fairy horse. What do I
Yeah.
have to do to get a fairy horse? Do
Yeah,
all I
yeah,
have to
yeah.
do is promise my life to a weird fairy dude and then I get a
Yes,
fairy
that's it.
horse?
Is
That's
that
it.
it?
That's all.
But
Feels
he's gonna be
fair.
chill about it in the end anyway, so
Yeah, I feel like that's totally fair. There's just gonna be like one night that I don't remember, one night that maybe is a lot more than one night in fairy world. I don't know. It almost feels like it's about equal. Kidding. I think that was my one of my favorite parts. I also really like the end where she like bursts in and she's like, "I'm looking for the huntress." I loved it so much. I loved
Oh
seeing
my
that energy from
God.
her. Least
Yeah,
favorite
me too.
part was probably when they were ripping all the jewels off her. That part always
Ugh.
makes me like really sad and stressed out. Like whenever like they're like tearing off like Cinderella's like dress or jewels or
It
whatever. It makes me so sad.
This is what I'm saying. I'm having an emotional reaction to just the concept of that after how
Yeah.
many Cinderella versions that I've seen and
Yeah.
read. And I always get sad every time. Oh my
Yeah.
God. In Ever After, the
Oh
movie Ever
yeah.
After,
Yep.
when they
hmm
like rip all her wings off.
It's so
The
sad.
hatred I feel in my heart when I watch
I
that scene.
watched that movie so many times as a child. So many times.
Yes, me too. It's like one of the best.
Did you do both yours?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if you did yours.
I did not. Mm. And I've had all this time to think, and
You don't have to say one if you don't want to.
no, I'm trying to think.
My least favorite part was the cover.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
No, I think my favorite part was her being lost in the woods, where she was like, I
Lost,
don't know the
quote
way
unquote.
home.
Oh yeah, that was really good. I was like, "Ooh, we see you. We see you, Ash."
And then my least favorite part, honestly, was it's not really a part, but it was her, which I know is like so
Like it's her
purposely done, but just
personality.
no, it was no, it's her going back to her mother's grave constantly for
Oh
10
yeah.
years. Like I'm like,
You were like
okay.
therapy, sweetie. Get some.
She did need to be in therapy. I
Oh, so
completely agree.
badly. Yeah.
Like, girl, we need to figure it out. Oh, that one scene where she's like, "Can you bring my mother back?" to Sheen, and he's like, "Your mom is dead. I have told you 30 times." And she's like, "No." And then he just kind of looks at her like, "Girl, are you okay?" And she's like, "Okay, I know she's dead, but I'm." That was kind of like,
It was funny. She really like.
oh
That's what I'm
my,
saying, because she was like 18 at that point or something,
yeah,
where she's like, "Can you bring her?" Like it had been like 10 years of her being
I
like, "No,
know.
she'll just appear one day. She'll appear." And I'm like, "She's not going to. She is gone."
Yeah. Oof.
It's
Yeah,
really
she really, really
sad.
needed some therapy. I hope that.
Well, you know what made me sorry, I'm just thinking more about it. But like I was so sad about that because in that one scene where Gwen, who spoiler alert, is my favorite character, one of my favorite characters, the like
She's great.
maid from the
The
other
friend.
house. Yeah, she's like talking like he's like, "Oh my god, like wouldn't it just be like so wonderful to be like with somebody who loves you?" Like she's like going on and on about like
Hmm.
romantic love or whatever, and Ash was kind of like, "Whatever." And then she started thinking about it and she's like, "Hold on." She's like, "Maybe I do want to be loved." She's like, "Hold on. Does anyone love me?" Like kind of having a crisis. And I was like, "Girl, this is why you're so messed up because she fully has nobody who loves her that she can
Yep.
perceive." And I was
Yep.
like, that I can't imagine that kind of existence, you know? It's so
No.
lonely. Like I'd probably be insane too.
Yeah,
I'd like
for real.
definitely regress and be like, well, my mother is coming back to me because she's the only person I know who loves me. Like that's
Yep.
crazy. But
That's
that scene
so
was very
true.
poignant to me. I felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Gwen.
Maybe Ash was just too complex for me, and that's why I hate her.
I mean, it is a
You're like,
perfectly valid
you're
opinion to
like,
not like the book. Don't let me like try and convince you. But
so
that's
your
true.
favorite and least favorite then, since you started down that road.
Oh yeah,
My
well,
favorite, least
Gwen is
favorite
one of my
characters.
favorites, and then of course Kaisa.
Well,
Least
obviously.
favorite, I don't know. I guess the stepmom. But I also love to hate the mean evil stepsister every time. I love hating her. And ever after when she slaps her in the face, oh, she punches her.
Oh
I
yeah.
every time I'm like, get her, Drew Barrymore, get her ass. Oh my god, it's so exciting. I love hating the evil stepsister.
Have you
So maybe
seen?
Anna.
There's this thing that says, "I love how get your ass has become the day way modern day way of
Sees him.
saying season." Yeah, get her ass, Caesar. It's basically
Sees her, Drew.
so funny.
Uh,
Oh
I
my
haven't
god.
even heard "get your ass" before or "get her ass."
Really?
So yeah, no, I'm out of the loop.
Get her
That one
ass.
I have. I'm shocked that I've heard it and you haven't. Good for me.
Okay.
It's
What
just
is
me sitting and talking to my chickens all day anymore. So
You need to tell your chickens now. Like when they pet each other, yeah, get her
Get her
ass.
ass. Yeah, seize her.
Seize her.
That's
What
amazing.
about you, Gino? Least favorite.
I know that this is a wild one. My favorite is actually Clara, the younger
I
stepsister,
like her
Oh,
too.
I respect
because
that opinion. I
I
do.
liked how she was like, Ash, you know that you can like go and like you're prettier than my sister and me. Like you can just go and do what you want. You don't have to be a maid. Like why don't you
Yeah.
just go and do whatever you want? And Ash is like, what? No, you're kidding me. No. And she's like, yeah, I don't understand. And then, like, yeah, when she's like, oh, mom's gonna be mad if you're taking your stuff and leaving. And she's like, I'm not coming back. And Claire's kind of like, got it.
Yeah,
Like,
like nice, good one, girl. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yes,
did like
I
her a
love that.
lot. Yeah, huge
Yeah,
honorary mention for Clara. She's
so
interesting.
she's my favorite. And then literally Ash is my least favorite. I couldn't stand her
I've
for
heard that
so
one
many
before.
reasons. Like it was all of them combined. It was the get over your mom, the she felt like she was 9. So like even the romance it's like I was totally for the Huntress, but like the romance between them felt weird because she
It felt
felt
weird to me
so
until like
young.
the end, until like the very end when I was suddenly like, now I feel like we're equals. Now I feel like you guys are on like the same playing field.
Even
Before
then
it
I
felt
felt like they
weird,
were closer, but they still didn't feel the same at the end. Like I still
different.
felt like she was just so young.
y'all are
Um
getting my ass right now because I think one of the reasons why I like it so much is I'm like I am Ash now. Like when I read it, I like find it very easy to relate to her actually, and I'm also like,
which
heck, I'd be with the hunters too, and I'm like, she would take care of me. That's how I
This
feel
is
when I read it.
also, this may also be a case of Gino and I tend to come from the area of like, we're here for the bad boy, and which usually means like the girl has to be sort of like equivalently kind of like mean or capable of being equivalently mean.
my favorite character is one of the evil stepsisters. So
So this may very well be a case
This
of
might
Ash
be a
and Gino are
yeah
being mean. And
a preference difference between us, but
I
um
suspect it probably is. Yeah.
it's also kind of crazy because usually I'm really good at even if I don't like a character, um well, I don't know if I don't like, but I'm usually really good at seeing from the point of view of the characters, even if they're not like who I would be, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I know like everyone hates Frodo Baggins and like I can put myself, he's not like my favorite in the world. I wouldn't, but like I can put myself in his shoes and be like, well, yeah, I would whine a lot if I had to walk that far with like a heavy, like everyone's like,
Yeah,
oh, he's whiny. I'm
exactly.
like, he has a right to be whiny. Or like,
Like, have you guys
but
considered the toll of the ring on Mr. Baggins'
exactly,
head?
exactly.
Seems like you're not considering it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
But like for some reason I just get like she's like, oh, I miss my mom,
He's
and I'm like, get over it, girl.
it just wasn't for you. That's totally
Oh,
fine.
that is so funny.
Wheezy least and most
Oh
favorites.
gosh. I mean, I think least favorite is probably the the evil stepmother. I mean, she sucked so bad. She didn't have to. There's no reason she had to be so evil and horrible and like wreck Ash's life like that and just constantly tear her down. There was no
And she
reason for
was
it.
definitely like an evil stepmom because in different retellings you have like an evil stepmom with a little bit of soul or a little bit of like motivation
Mhm.
Yeah.
behind it. You
No,
can
she
see it.
was
And she was
straight
just like, no,
evil.
I'm just mean because I am.
She's like, and I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awful. Yeah, and she
It's like,
like truly
okay.
took pleasure in Ash's misery. It was so sad.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think she's least favorite. Favorite is most interesting. I would say I find Sheen incredibly interesting, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
So interesting character. Honorable mention for Clara, because I was like, you're gonna go interesting places in life. Um,
Yeah, I would like I would read a Clara sequel. Like,
I
what's
would
Clara doing?
totally read
Oh
a Clara
yes.
sequel. I
Yeah.
absolutely want to know what she's doing. Um, God, favorite character is hard. I didn't like super connect with a lot of the characters. I want to know more about the. I think this is again where I'm like the book was too short. Like I would have loved some like POV from the Huntress. I think that would have helped me
Mm.
see Ash
Yes,
through
that
like
may
her
have.
eyes. I'm like, what
That
do
may
you
have.
see in her? Like, are you seeing this sort of like really sweet, like lives under a rock, like girl who needs to be saved? Or are you seeing like all the unique strengths that she has and you want to take care of her? Like, what's the, like, I want to know like what's going on in her head. So it's hard to like name a favorite character because I feel like the only one we got like decent insight into was Ash, and I want to know more. I suspect the Huntress would be my favorite if we got to know more about her. and that's the best answer I have.
Final answer, Steve.
Fair enough.
Did anyone get favorite quotes? I didn't. Again.
I did, but it was just the last line of the book because I actually screamed when I listened to it again this time. I was driving in the car and I was like, ah! To like turn it off and just scream for a second.
What's the last line?
Yeah. The last line is after Ash is like, "Hello, I am back and I want to be with you forever." And Kais is like, "Okay, slay." Then they took the last step together, and when she kissed her, her mouth as warm as summer, the taste of her sweet and clear, she knew at last that she was home.
That was
Oh my God.
sweet. Yeah, I agree. It was
I
a
love
very, very sweet line.
as warm as summer, sweet and clear.
Yeah,
That's so
that was
nice.
nice. I agree. I liked it too. And I liked that it
As
was
warm
sort
as
of
summer
like
made me think of the
Oh, go ahead.
oh where's that? It made me think of the description of Elrond where it's like he was as kind as summer. Anyway, I like using summer as a description. Okay, go ahead.
Interesting.
What were
I
you
was just
saying,
saying,
Ash?
the beginning had like a lot of like natural like imagery and stuff because it was like out in the countryside, all rustic and stuff. So I kind of like that it felt like a little bit of a return to that. I want to know that she
Yeah.
gets to go back to her home. Like, does she and the Huntress get to go back to that part of her life, like that place that meant so much to her? Like I have questions and I want this is what the book is too short to answer my questions. So
You
I
want
enjoyed
like a
it, but
epilogue?
yeah, it feels no, even more than that. This feels unfinished. I need this, I need it to be twice this length, and there are like three things I would just reorder, and it would be really amazing. As it was, I enjoyed it, but I kept going, "Oh my God, I need more information. Give me more information." So I would like a rewrite that is longer. That's the main thing.
That's funny. Can I say one thing? I like that. I think that the like writing style to me, and also like I think the conciseness of it kind of lends it to me to feel like a book that I might have read when I was younger that's kind of like almost a fairy story in itself, where it's like
Yeah.
some of the characters are like not fully fleshed out because they're like this is like a fable that is like being told to you.
It did kind
So
of
it's
feel
like
like
I
that.
you
mean,
don't really get everything all in this and you just have to think about it
That's true.
afterwards.
I
Is
mean, it
what
is
my
Cinderella.
perception.
Like
Yeah.
that's how the original, fairy tales, Cinderella and all that
That's
were
true.
written as that sort of shorter,
Yeah.
This may again
concise.
be a preference because when I like read folklore, and as I mentioned on a previous episode, I like read a ton of folklore, but it always drives me a little bit crazy because I want there to be more than there is, but it's not. It's just
Mm.
like a fable. And so this is again probably very much a personal preference thing. And also weird for me because I usually am like the shorter the better, but I'm like, no, I want more than just a fable. Driving
Yeah,
me
I get that.
crazy. Anyways, I think
Is
what
that
did we
it?
learn?
Oh, what did we learn? Don't trust a fairy. Oh my God.
Come
How many
on, we
times
have
do we
been
have to
over
say this?
this.
You guys, literally, if you haven't gotten by like this by
That
now, there's no hope for you. We have
like
said this
that
a
needs
million
to be a
times.
shirt at this point.
Yeah,
Don't
do
trust
Yeah.
not
a
trust the
fairy.
fairy.
Never
Don't
trust the
trust the
fae.
fae. Oh my
Do not
gosh.
make bargains with the fae. Oh
This
my
is
God.
That'd be a good
the
bumper sticker too. Like, don't
yeah, it
trust the
would.
fae.
Don't trust the fae. It's the like the say no to cousin lovers of our last season, but it's this season's slogan. Don't trust the fae.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think that's like the main one.
It really is.
Also, you
This,
should go to therapy
oh, I
if
was gonna
you're
say something about
really, really
therapy.
Therapy.
struggling.
Yes,
Therapy
I
is good.
agree. Have confidence in yourself. I feel like
Get some confidence.
he needed some
Yeah.
confidence. But also she was
Yeah.
depressed, which is kind of probably hard to be confident when you feel depressed like that. But then we're
Well,
back to
here's how it goes.
therapy.
Yeah, go to therapy, then get some confidence.
Then get some
Then
confidence.
make sure that you're not doing bargains with the Fae in that order.
Yes,
Well, I
that's
think you
very
should
good.
probably just start with the not doing bargains with the
Yeah,
fae.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
make
think
You're
that
right.
maybe
You're
easy.
right.
that's an every
That's the
step thing.
baseline.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like just across
And
the
then
board. I love learning real things.
yeah, I think that's good. Those
I
are
think
the
it's
main
plenty of
lessons for
important
life.
lessons. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many pinkies up would we rate this book? Gino is literally covering her own eyes. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
hear it. Just go.
Uh,
We can start with you, Gino.
1.8 pinkies up.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was
I
lower than I thought.
really didn't like
Low.
it.
That was a lot lower than I thought it was going to be.
That's really low for us.
I know.
All right,
That's
Spoons.
lower than like Hamlet was for us.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, don't push me. At any point in time, I could rescore Hamlet really low.
You're like, I'm actually, yeah, I've reconsidered my stance on him.
She's like, I actually cut off my finger for Hamlet.
Yeah, we're in the negatives now. Oh, God. What about you, Spoons?
4.5.
Very nice.
I love it. I would reread it again. And it's definitely, I guess, a Kindle book. I'm deeply obsessed. I love it so much. I think it's so great. Yeah. So I don't know. It's very comforting to me. It is nice. I feel good when I read it.
That's
I'm
good.
glad that you
4.5.
suggested it. I enjoyed reading it. And I enjoyed that it was short. I enjoyed that it was short because I could read it quickly because I was like, okay, this is how it went. This is a total divergence, but I will get to my rating. Every night I was like, this is great. It's short, so I could read like a few pages a night and like not feel like overwhelmed trying to get my reading done in time. And then I sped through the first half of the book and was like, oh my God, that was so fast. I can just read the rest whenever I want. It'll be like nothing. So then last night I was like, oh no.
You read 150 pages last night.
Yes, that's exactly correct. And I was like, dang it, Ash, which is always what I do whenever I'm like, this book is short. I'm going to take advantage of it to just like, while away my free time in the evenings and not focus, which is what I did. So it worked out well for me that it was a short book, even though I would have for the story preferred it to have been longer, which is not related to my rating, which is 3 pinkies up.
Right in the middle, we got.
We really have the whole gambit. Wow, that's crazy.
It's my middle
Actually, I
child
am glad now that I recommended it because we very rarely get 3 different
opposing.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I'm glad
really.
you recommended it too. Like, I have no problem for the most part reading books that I don't like because like you get a variety sort of thing. And then I didn't know you'd read it before, and then you said something in our message about like, yeah, I still have to reread it. And I was like, oh no, she's already read it, which means she liked it because she recommended it. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be. I was like, well, it'll make for intriguing debate.
Don't worry, I already was preparing myself last week. I was like, Gino didn't like it. I already knew, so don't worry. I fully know.
Yeah, this was
Nothing
like a
against
very
it.
solid in the middle for me. Like I might reread it again. I'm glad that I owned the book and not just like the audiobook because like I might go back to my shelf for it because it's a fast little read. Like it's a fast little fable. So I can enjoy that about it even though if I was gonna like go like editor mode on it, I would be like Malinda, I need another 100 pages stat.
Malinda.
Stat on my desk by Monday.
By Monday, let's go. Let's see it.
We should read the Just Ella book next or sometime soon. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's probably just as quick of a read because I think it is. I'm positive it's a middle grade book.
I love a middle grade book.
We haven't done a middle grade in a minute.
And it's one of my favorite authors as a kid. Like I read so many of her books. So,
I love
but
that.
this one,
I know her.
yeah.
Who's her? Who's her?
Margaret Peterson Haddix.
I do not know the name. I don't know why I thought I would.
Oh
No,
my God.
I owned so many of her books, but I think this book came before I started collecting her books just because it was her. Like I think I read this book because it was Cinderella. But yeah, it'll be different because it's not a Cinderella retelling, it's what happened after the
Like a
ball.
sequel?
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
continuation.
We should just do like a series of like princess books because oh my God, I just remembered like wouldn't it be fun to read like Princess Academy or like
yes.
Gail Carson Levine books, like besides Ella and Kansas. Like, oh my God. Two Princesses
So the
have been there.
the
Oh my God.
that one, that's my other favorite from when I was a kid.
Me too. I read it like 4 times.
Oh
my God. The Two Princesses of Bamar.
I've never heard of that.
Bamarre. It is so good.
It.
Ash, you would love it. It's genuinely amazing.
I mean, we could very well. I mean, we're only a few episodes away from the end of season 5. We could just only do princess books until the end of the season.
I'm like completely serious. We should
Okay.
just do princess books
We can totally do that.
if y'all
Just
want.
a la two princesses.
Everyone listening is like, well, we'll come
Like,
back next season.
Yeah, that's fine. Y'all can come back later.
Us. Two princesses of what was it? How do you say it?
Bamarre is how it's spelled. I always said Boomer,
Ugh,
but I have no
sounds
idea.
French.
Boomer.
I made it up in my head, so
The
yeah.
two princesses of blah.
I think I always said Barrymore in my head, but I don't know. But I know that's not what it is, but that's what my head said.
I mean, who knows? I wonder what Gail would say. I also just looked it up, and Gail is 77. That's insane. When Gail Carson Levine dies, it's over for me. It's Cover, Kendall over.
Over, Kendall over. You're so funny. That just made me think, and this is a divergence, and I will end the episode here in a second, but just like fun things from Riley, because I didn't even include him in my update. He now says 2 words frequently. He says more, but he says mo. And there's always a big lead up to it. It's always mo. Or sometimes he'll just go and you're like, do you want more? And he's like, no. Which is really good. That and he eats apples like a serial killer. Like he takes the whole apple and he eats it like from the stem down, like vertically. Which is like, oh, okay,
that's
buddy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's
What's
very
he doing?
strange. I don't know. But he calls them bapples, which is like the cutest thing. He'll be like, Bappu? Bappu?
Oh,
like, what you eating,
baby.
dude? Bappu? Anyways, just had to share that.
Thank you. I am always ready for Riley lore.
Riley lore. This is Riley Corner.
Riley Corner.
Okay. Anyways, anything else that you guys want to share with the listeners?
Nope.
Sweet. All right. Well,
I don't need to know anything else.
That's it. I think it's too much about me already.
You're already telling way too much. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us today for this kind of chaotic summary, but very, very lively and full of debate summary about Ash by Malinda Lo. I'm Ash by Heather O'Brien. That's my mom's name. Thank you guys for laughing. I really appreciate it.
I liked it.
Everyone, all the listeners are like, we already.
It sounds like a fragrance when you say it like that.
You're so
Ash
right.
by Heather O'Brien. Wait, maybe my mom needs to make perfumes. I'm gonna have to call her about this.
Absolutely.
Anyways, if you guys have book recs, please share them with us. If you guys have a princess book that you want us to do this season, or if you have a book you want us to do next season, please reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. You guys can follow us on social media, and I recommend that you do because we post some pretty fun stuff. We are on Instagram at That Pretentious Book Club. We're also on TikTok, though I'll admit we've not done a lot on there recently. And we have a new writing group on Facebook. So if any of you guys out there are writers, and I know a lot of you are, you guys can join our writing group. And the link to that is also in the description below. I think that's everything we've got. Please tell your friends about the pod. Tell them about the writing group. We would love to have more people. And leave us a review. 5 stars.
5 stars only.
5 stars. Yeah,
5 stars only.
Exactly.
Yep. And if you send us a picture of your 5-star review, we'll say thank you. I don't have anything to give to you, but we'll be like, thank you, bestie. We love you so much. So
a big old kiss.
A big old mwah. Mwah. They're like, ooh, I don't like it here anymore.
They're like, okay, now it's 1 star.
I'm not feeling safe anymore. Guys, we love you guys. And until next episode, keep your teacups full.
Your pinkies high. And your book club.
Your book club pretentious.
I was like, who says it? I don't know.
I don't know.
We will one day.